Today, I'm sitting with keymaker Lenoria Addison, my girl Nora. Hey, Nora.
Hey, girl.
We go way, way back. We go back to AwesomenessTV. When I first started doing my digital content on my page and started getting really acknowledged, I guess, for producing my own content. And I started working at AwesomenessTV.
Yeah.
And I remember you were assigned as my producing manager to my content. We did That's the Gag.
Yep.
So I'll go back to there and say, what do you remember from that time?
For me personally, what I've learned about just like my career experience is that I've had a collection of opportunities in relationship building. So for me, it's like most people or people when they like come out of college, they, sometimes find a company that they want to work at and they, traditionally would stay there for like years. That hasn't been like my story. I haven't traditionally like been at, let's say someone finds Disney and they're at Disney for 15 years or 10 years. I'm probably at the company for like 2 years and then I'm at the next company.
Oh, I guess we've lost her, guys. No kidding.
But not KeyTV. But I say that because I feel like that's actually what makes me really special and really talented, because I've been able to also just cultivate like a lot of deep relationships across the entertainment industry for entrepreneurial endeavors. Even like in working at AwesomenessTV, I always was like having an idea of my own on the side that I was like trying to get off the ground or that I was trying to do. And actually even before like KeyTV, it was like I was working on Kaza, and I was like sharing with you all about Kaza,
which is
like a beauty product line. It's a hair care line, and the whole idea there was around hair products are like too serious, like it's just like too rigid, and it should just be more playful. And the whole tagline was like makeup for your hair. So I was like,
and you're still working on Kaza.
And I'm still working on Kaza.
Multifaceted,
so I was like building out that idea. I think for me, it's just like getting really excited about a concept, which is then just a story, and then finding a format for that.
What do you think attracts you to work at KeyTV?
I think, first of all, you asked me. So first of all, you asked me to do it. Yeah, sorry, but I mean, like, you're my friend, so you asked me. So I felt like with any of my friends, I take relationships very seriously. So it's like if someone's asking me to do something, I want to be able to deliver for them in the best way possible. So that is one. But then two, I think because you can work on so many different ideas collectively, and that you can build franchises from each of these stories and each of these concepts. And so while yes, it might start with just like one story, but like what world are you building? So when I think about KeyTV, I think about like, okay, we have all of these shows, but then what is the next Star Wars? Like, what is the next this? What is the next that?
What is the franchisable IP that, that's what when I think about That Always Wins, one of my favorite things that we have. I think about, we have this story about this guy who, has his experience with edible. What happens when the teacher, accidentally has one of her son's edibles on her way to work? What does that, second chapter of Edible Always Wins looks like? So I'm always feeling the same way you do. What do you think is so unique about working at, collaborating at KeyTV? What makes that a unique experience for you?
Just being able to be so hands-on and getting to just touch so many different parts of the business or the industry and learn, like understanding contracts and the legal aspect of creativity to understanding the infrastructure of
the legal stuff?
Creativity.
I feel like, wasn't that the hardest part for us?
It was.
When we started on this journey, with KeyTV, it was just like, how we get the contracts. That was, I think that's one, to me, the biggest things, you know what I mean? And I think that's so important, to everybody watching when it comes to business. It's like, you gotta get the contract right. Like, honey, I'm an attorney now.
Exactly.
The way that we know how to do them contracts, girl. I mean, it got to the point where we were like, writing some of them ourselves.
Making templates.
Making templates.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really a big, to me, like, you're such a secret weapon to me with that. You're not, like you say, your knowledge from working with all of these different companies and what you were able to learn and the rooms you were able to be in, you were soaking in so much. And those things are just like, enormous assets to KeyTV.
Absolutely.
Mixed with obviously your amazing perspective. So when it comes to what you look for in a story, what would it be?
I'm moved by things that like have like raw emotion or just a lived experience that can't be recreated, right? So like the reason why I think that way is because I personally have a lived experience that I don't think that can be replicated, like just my personal life experience. And I think that is a unique POV that, I want the world to experience more of those unique POVs as opposed to just like hearing and seeing the same stories that are like constantly being told, the same people who are constantly getting opportunities. Like, what about the other, like the diamond in the rough, the, you know, people who just do have the talent and who, you know, do have these unique perspectives, but they just don't have the accessibility. I want to find the underdog. I want to find that story, that person that just is amazing, and really just being that advocate for them in that story.
What makes KeyTV unique as a network?
So KeyTV is unique because it's young, it's fresh, it's like innovative, it's cool, it's Black, it's BIPOC, it's queer, it's all of these things. That's what makes KeyTV unique. And again, it's highlighting and elevating these types of people, these stories, giving people these opportunities, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the camera. So that is what makes KeyTV unique.
Nora, I love you endlessly, endlessly.
Too.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing one of our stories from our KeyMakers. Make sure you guys check it out again right here on KeyTV and get into some of our other shows while you're at it.